introducing you to the resource. So these are the tools that you will need for self-restoration, building resilience resource. The first thing to do is to build up and gather some supplies. So there's so many ideas that I've put in the resource, but this is mine for the minute. So I have a bag, I'll put everything in like that, and then I have these resources. The station that I use is just, people can only come to them, young people can only come one at a time, they don't come 2 or 3 at a time. So this here is from an earlier resource for 7-year-olds, and it's called Engage, and yoga can add more, dancing scarves, snap, card memory. This here is a resource that I've got that they can do some sorting with their feelings, more about that later. Here's a card game that designed, play snap or memory game or, I don't know, last card or whatever with themselves. This here is a lupe, which they can go really closely like this, and you look into it and you can see lots of different different networks in nature. Binoculars in case they go out into nature. This is for collaging. This is just for when I show them what to do. Colouring and a ribbon ball, and coloured pencils, coloured pens for the stickies over here. So the next thing to do, how to use this resource, is what you want to do is identify when they're in a group, the feeling that they've got, that they either get distracted or they get angry, or I don't know what happens in a group. But one of the things that happened with one of the people in the group was that there are different feelings. So whenever they have the feeling, what you do is you get them to match the colour. So in this, what we want them to do is to return to a group, to their natural self really, or their soul, spirit, Māori, and those are the feelings there. So that's calm, happy, focused, excited, acknowledged. This is a pilot. When it works, I'm going to get them all, professional art, but at the moment they're taken off the internet, I will say that. So you want to return them to, so if one particular group was, there was a young person that got distracted, or actually, let's just make this up. They could either be bored, anxious, tired, or angry. So I've taken those from the different colours, and what they do is if they were bored, they put the board next to board and these might be laminated. Anxious, you put it next to anxious. Tired, there might be a gap under here, actually might be better. Bored, anxious. A whiteboard was really useful here. Tired, and tired comes from that one, and angry. So what they do is they put either of those feelings, if they were any of those, on the board one at a time, and then straight away they might have been returned to the green, so it might have been that they felt safe now and they could go back to the group. If not, here are some other ideas. So they could, and you've got some tools here that they could use at the top, and down the bottom is the tool that I like, which is sorting these feelings into different categories. So, and then they ask themselves, how do they now feel after they've used the tools? So one at a time you go through the tools.